chiropractor here, and for today's stream we will be going even deeper into the whole Epstein rabbit hole. Now, a couple of disclaimers. If you absolutely know nothing about who this Epstein guy is, like who is Jeffrey Epstein, you know nothing, you can go watch my original YouTube video on the matter, and it will give you some insight into like who even I'm talking about. And then there's also a recent video that I made, and it goes deeper. But the thing is that here, let me honestly, I've streamed a lot. I don't even know if I'm gonna find it. I'm trying to find the name so I can tell you. Honestly, in my last recently uploaded video, I talk about it like in the beginning as well. So yeah, hopefully that's enough information. Yeah, I can't find it. That's okay. So basically, about a year ago, I did a video on Epstein, like who he was, like just like the basics. That was me teaching myself, you know. So if you want to learn with me, see who that man is and watch that one. And then this is my most recent one, where the Epstein files are pure evil going down the rabbit hole. And this video that we are currently filming, let me see. Okay, so this one, if you watch on Twitch or if you watch on YouTube, this one will be called okay, sorry, there we go. The Epstein files are just the tip of the iceberg, ... So this is the third series of the Epstein whole saga on my channel. Third time where I'm getting into this stuff. This time it goes even deeper. The rabbit hole goes even deeper. So I've discovered that we are basically we have just crossed the tip of the iceberg. Now, the Epstein files that I went over last time, I feel like it was all just very downing for me. Obviously, I mean, it makes a lot of sense that it would make me feel just so many emotions, right? So yeah, I haven't been streaming much, and now here I am back on stream, and it's still gonna be about the Epstein files again. So yeah, this thing has really got me stuck. You know, this whole Epstein files thing has me stuck in this moment until I feel like I'm gonna be pretty stuck on it until there's some fucking resolution for the victims, right? So I think we all should be like, I think we should all be thinking about those victims like all the time. Like, not all the time, like, you know, like, I mean, if you have to go shower, maybe you're gonna think about the fact that you have to go shower, but think about those victims as much as you can. Don't forget that it's not resolved. Like, don't leave it as something unresolved. Like, don't put your foot off the gas, you know? Like, no, like, these bitches need to fucking solve this shit yesterday. They need to arrest some bitches yesterday. And not bitches, they need to arrest some, well, they are still bitches, but they need to arrest some bitches that just have been free for too long, you know? Like, for instance, Trump. He needs to go, right? Also, there's a whole conspiracy theory that Ghislaine Maxwell is alive too, but this shit is deeper than that. Or, sorry, she is alive. We already know that she's free and walking on the streets. So, yes, watch out for that, I guess. But yeah, so now this is where we're gonna go. So, like I said, the Epstein files go a lot deeper, We are just at the tip of the iceberg, and now we're going to go ahead and like really see this shit. Now, when I saw this, it made me go down rabbit holes for like probably like hours. So this is just the tip of the iceberg. But this is still crazy shit, okay? Now, just stand with us in the beginning of the video, because she's just talking about how she had to like leave for her own mental health, because she's a human at first. So just stand with us for that part. She's just explaining like personal stuff, but then like about 30 seconds in, she'll start like getting to the nitty gritty, you know, to like more deeper about Epstein. So we're gonna get there.
Life, and mind you, I've always been a conspiracy girly, but when it goes to Cabbage Patch Kids, and we're talking about orphan trains, we're going all the way to Mesopotamia to try to figure out where that theology even comes from. Honey, I am a real person. This is real life, and I was going through it, and I need to take a step back. I'm not going.
Okay, so maybe those, by the way, are like some other rabbit holes that she was going down. So if you are interested in her, let me go to her actual @ because I am interested in her. I actually want to follow her too. So yeah, if you want to follow her, Brianna with a Y, one Y, J03.
Okay, we're here. I'm here. Pray for me. Anyways, and now we are here, honey. The Epstein files are, and everything is coming together like a puzzle, isn't it? So we're gonna go back a little bit. We've been talking about these Cabbage Patch Kids, the orphan trains, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds funding that whole tobacco in the 80s, early 90s, world fairs. Talking about a millennia-old history of harvesting kids. No names, no documents. Putting them in military-grade orphanages funded by the Rothschilds.
That is insane. So I'm gonna go back so you can rehear what she just said.
Rockefellers, Rothschilds funding that whole tobacco in the 80s, early 90s, world fairs. Talking about a millennia-old history of harvesting kids. No names, no documents. Putting them in military-grade orphanages funded by the Rothschilds. It started in London. It came to America. Jeffrey Epstein was a project, and he was...
When she said that, something in me dropped, because it's just like, what do you mean? So this fucking evil man just spawned out of nowhere. So yeah, let's let her continue.
What was that to him? Children were groomed to be managers of our society. So much out to America. Jeffrey Epstein was a project. And
sorry, I think you guys might need to take a hit for this, because it's about to get crazy. So take a hit with me if you need to.
It started in London. It came to America. Jeffrey Epstein was a project, and he was doing what was that to him. Children were groomed to be managers of our society. So Michelle Riley, a socialite, one of Epstein's close friends, she's mentioned in the files a few times. She goes on to talk to Epstein and tell him that, you should start your own intelligence agency, to manipulate people globally. All, the information, put everything on the screen. She signed off, and she said, from one Coney Island baby to the next. What does that tell you? It's telling me that Jeffrey was an asset. And so is Michelle. Hello.
Sorry, let me go back just so you guys can see.
You should start your own intelligence agency, to manipulate people globally. All,
because I know I can see it phone size. I don't know how it's going to appear for you, especially if you are watching on your phone. So I'm going to zoom in on that part.
Information, everything on the screen.
So right here.
She signed off and she said,
fraternal regards from one Coney Island baby to another. Right here. Okay. And then up here, this is highlighted too. What about a new Rosacruz? Whoa. Rosacrucianism. New Rosacrucianism of sorts. Okay, I've never heard that word, actually, so I'm not sure what she means. That wasn't even what we're talking about. It's fine. So basically, Coney Island babies. They're both Coney Island babies. So they both came from Coney Island. Just spawned out of nowhere. But not just nowhere, out of like the government.
From Coney Island baby to the next. What does that tell you? It's telling me that Jeffrey was an asset. And so is Michelle. Hello.
That was a real Coney Island picture. I didn't even notice, but it's on the bottom.
Was an
I thought she
asset.
was just using pictures for like, you know, like so you can visualize what she's talking about. But no, like on the bottom it says copyright Coney Island History Project. Crazy.
And so is Michelle. Hello. If you just got here, you gotta catch up because we've been...
See, we gotta catch up because this was my first video ever seeing of hers. But I followed her. Now I'm about to go down some of her other rabbit holes because I'm loving this. I'm loving this whole conspiracy theory. I'm loving it all. And it's actually scary though, because before it was like, okay, like this stuff can be true, but maybe not. And like I can tell myself, oh, it's not true, to like feel better about it. But the thing is that it has a very high likely chance of being true, these type of conspiracy theories, just because of how we were so on the nose, so on the spot for what we thought about other things. Like what, like 5-10 years ago we were right. So no, like 5-10-20 years ago, people have been saying this forever, decades, forever. People have not trusted the government for a while. So yeah.
I mean, this is solely speculation, okay? Epstein did not just find...
Damn, it must have been a really long while, because I mean, even think of the book 1984, which is about government just taking over, having too much power, you know, like they're scared of the government, right? But the thing is, that book was made before 1984, and they thought that that would happen in 1984, that it would be so heavily surveilled like that, and it would be a bad thing. If you don't know about 1984, let me give you like a little rundown. I guess this is more for... I don't know who it's more for. Just more for anyone who hasn't heard of 1984, I guess. Yeah, that's who it's for. So 1984, it's like basically a book. It was written in the past, before 1984, and it's like a dystopian novel written about how the government has too much power, too much control. The government is watching everything. One of the quotes, like in the book, one of the big things in the book is, "Big Brother is watching you." And that is actually where the TV show Big Brother is inspired by, because on Big Brother we are always watching the cast, so we're always surveilling them. They're always under surveillance. So it's like the same concept as the book, but I guess it's more utopian. But it's still, it's not a utopia, being on Big Brother. It's just, you know, at least, you know, you're living pretty good, but it's definitely not a utopia. That's why another side comment, can I just make another side comment? I'm sorry for all the yappage. But I also want to say that they say that a utopia cannot exist, but I was listening to the rat utopia project, whatever experiment, like scientist bullshit. Listen to that shit. I was listening to it while I was at work, like a 20-minute version and an 8-minute version. I like listened to both, and like either way, the scientists was just not giving. Like, that didn't sound like a utopia. Why would they survive? Why would that be good for them? That doesn't sound like a utopia for them. That doesn't sound like something that would make them want to live and like thrive and like live this beautiful life. And like, I feel like that's basically what's happening to us, and that's basically what's happening like all around, just because of like humanity just needing a little bit of a fixing and needing to be a little bit better. Just, we need to treat Mother Earth better, and we need to treat each other better. We need a lot, and we're so behind in a lot. We just need to ground ourselves, I think. I don't even know. Like, maybe I need to ground myself, because what the fuck am I saying, you know? I just keep yapping, but I'm very woke, and also in like the spiritual way. Like last year I had like a spiritual awakening, and then I got sent to the psych ward. But I'm gonna get more into that, because I was actually right about the things I was thinking, like some of the things at least. Um, some of them were about the government. So, yeah, I'll get back into that. But let's just go back to what she's saying. Okay.
His fortune, okay? He was given one. Lex Wexner was the one to give him his keys with his billionaire empire, handling issues for the Rothschilds, for Aryan Rothschilds, because we didn't talk about.
I started yapping a lot.
I mean, this agency, you know, to manipulate people globally. All, you know, the information, put everything on the screen. She signed off and she said, weird. From one Coney Island baby to the next. What does that tell you? It's telling me that Jeffrey was an asset. And so is Michelle. Hello. If you just got here, you gotta catch up because we didn't talk about. I mean, this is solely speculation, okay? Epstein did not just find his fortune.
Yeah, it's all alleged. It's all alleged, guys. It's all fun conspiracy theories, okay? All fun conspiracy theories, okay?
I was given one. Lex Wexner was the one to give him his keys with his billionaire empire, handling issues for the Rothschilds, for Aryan Rothschilds, paying him $25 million. What are they paying him money to do anything for? It's because he was the fixer. He was the money mover for these powerful families. And he partnered with Ghislaine to give him that intelligence bridge. We all know who Ghislaine's father was. Now I'm looking in the ledgers and I'm seeing princesses from Belgium, princesses, seeing him in social circles in regards to eugenics research. Why are we seeing names like the Yorks and the Tudors? These were the ones that we were talking about when we were talking about the Crusades. And we're still seeing their name today in these ledgers. Why is he in talks with royal elite? And we all know that he got in with Anne Warwick, 23andMe, and her business was all about finding genes. Supposedly trying to find our cousins, aunts and uncles, but they're collecting your data. In the files, he refers to people as egg people, okay? And then doing a little digging with that, and they were using these women's eggs, okay? Harvesting these women's eggs and talking about it with his Silicon Valley buddies. And they're talking about who has the best markers. Now, it gets crazy, so I'm going to explain this as gentle and as eloquent as I can. Okay? He wasn't just looking for high IQ and longevity. He was looking for specific markers found in children with disabilities, like Down syndrome, that attributes to these genius-like traits that these children have. All seen it. Amazing traits that these children have. Publicly, it says that Epstein was looking to resynthesize his genetics with something that's called CRISPR. And this is what George Church and Harvard Ped was working on. They wanted genes that didn't decay. They wanted the best of the best genes. Okay? What is CRISPR? It's how to cut certain things out of DNA and be able to replace certain things into DNA. Think of the egg like a hard drive. So they take the hard drive, take it to the Harvard Institute, to the lab. They'll wipe the hard drive, and then they'll implant what they want on that hard drive. How would you do that? You would have to create an offspring. Doing a little digging, they could change their DNA, right? Epstein could change his DNA. These different power families, they could change their DNA if they want to. But for it to be able to be hereditary, you need a vessel, okay? A vessel to be able to do that. That's where the eggs come in. They do what they do with the eggs, and then these families, allegedly, these families with nobility and power, they're the ones that are buying the product. This was an organization, allegedly, okay? And in these journals that I'm looking at, this journal that I'm looking at with this little girl, she's described as having the extra 21 chromosome in every cell. They said that she had Down syndrome, but there's different types of Down syndrome that you won't see it on, the physical appearance. And she talks about being an incubator, talks about being impregnated by Epstein. A French lady delivers her child. She told her that she's been doing this before she was even born, that she was born to give birth to babies.
And that's the Handmaid's Tale in real life, which someone read that quote in my last video that I went over. Someone did read that quote that that lady told someone else younger that she had been born to give birth to babies. So it's just crazy that it goes that deep, like this older lady, So it's like, really, how long has this been happening, you know?
Genuinely what I believe, okay? And they were looking to upgrade the DNA with those different markers, but then trying not to have the physical traits attributed to it. They were referring to this project as designer babies, okay? Egg people, designer babies. If this don't sound like a sci-fi movie, and I'm not even trying to be light about that. I'm just, science is just another version of alchemy. They don't call it alchemy anymore because that sounds crazy. Now they call it science. But look what they're trying to do. They're trying to do the exact same thing that they were trying to do in the 1700s with DNA. But now they have new technology to be able to do exactly that. And he was obsessed, got in with the Silicon Valley. Peter Thiel is now in the White House, backing J.D. Vance. Gave J.D. Vance millions of dollars. And he was funding this research with Epstein. The torch just has been passed. All right, Cheryl, I know it's been...
Okay. So that is that. Now, before I go deeper on that video, I actually want to go back to what I was saying about a year ago, okay? So there's also videos on my channel of it, and you know, we could have differing opinions, you know. I don't think I belonged in a psych ward or anything, but I did end up in one, and I feel like I shouldn't have been, and I feel like I was saying some pretty valid things, and I just ended up there. And actually it's very validating because I had like probably like 2 nurses tell me they don't know why I'm in there. Like this one guy, he told me that, and then and like when I first was admitted in the hospital part, and then when I was like actually in the psych ward part, there was like a nurse girl that told me that, and yeah, she was like, we were talking about baddies because she watched baddies, and I don't know, I was just like, yeah, like I can't watch it this Sunday because I'm in here or whatever. I don't know. It's like probably something like that. She was just like, yeah, I don't even know why you're in here. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, something like that. I don't really have good memory. But yeah, basically a year ago I went to the psych ward, and it was unfortunate. But I did have some theories that I was spouting and things that I was saying and feeling, and some of those things ended up being very true. And like when it came out, it just was like, wow, like I really felt that, and I got like freaking hospitalized for it. Like I got put in the psych ward for it. But let me go get my little pink book, and we will go through what I'm talking about a little bit, okay? So last year when I was having my, you know, spiritual awakening, because I've been spiritual for a bit, you know, spiritual for a bit, some years now, but when I was like having my thing a year ago, my spiritual awakening, or you know, spiritual psychosis you might say, but I think that's just you just know too much, you're just too tapped in, you know. I feel like I was just too tapped in, and that's why I got psych warded. But yeah, anyways, this is my little pink book that my husband got me. He was my fiance at the time, but he got me this book, and it's just about, well, it says true love. So it's the Stitch girl, the girl's version of Stitch. I forgot her name, but I just call her like Pink Stitch or like Girl Stitch, so it doesn't really matter. Well, I mean, not that it doesn't matter, I should learn it. But yeah, he got me this because I was like freaking out and stuff, and I just kept talking, I could not stop talking. Like honestly, I need to find a video of it because I just could not stop talking, and it was like constantly that. But he got me this book so I can like ground myself, not ground myself, but like just so I can, like, if I'm feeling like I need to say stuff, if I'm feeling like it's just so much and I just no, you know, it's just so much, I can just write it in here. So yeah, originally we were meant to all like go to the mall together, but I just kept yapping about, you know, basically my spiritual awakening, and they ended up going in the mall without me, like all, like him and all my friends, and then my husband brought me this, my fiance at the time. So yeah, yeah, but anyways, me like looking at it like with endearment. But anyways, let me go through some of it because girl, I knew some of this stuff, you know. Oh, it's a picture in here. Okay, I don't know if my husband want me to show it, so I don't know, maybe next time. We love Stitch. Cute. Okay, so let's see the first page. What was I yapping about January 2025 that got me put in the psych ward? What could I not stop talking about? What was I going on and on about? Honestly, just the world, all parts of the world, but yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, we love Stitch again. Okay. Here we go. So this is the first page. So let's go ahead and read it. Love is pink for me. Period. Love is pink for me in all caps. So, you know, I'm not saying it has to be everyone's love. It's my love. It's my color, right? It is whatever color, because love is gay. Love is the most pure and loving thing that exists. Also, water is important because it is 80% us. Or us. Me going through my psych word, or my, what's this? Psychic break. Me going through my psychic break book. No, I love this. This is fucking amazing so far. I was eating. Why did I get psych worded? Why did I get psych worded? I was eating. Come on. I was there for the gays. Hang on. Okay. Okay. So, also, I was having like kind of a med day, but this part of it is making me feel better. I'm like, oh my god, I was kind of eating, you know? Oh. No, I was very much eating. Like, I was doing so good. Okay. Anyways, love is the most pure and loving thing that exists. Also, water is important because it is 80% us or us. So when we love us, we love us. Bars! I love myself. Wow. I love you, past you. I love you, future you. I love you, current me. I love all of me. Wow. Okay. So when we love us, we love us. So when we love us, we love us. This can be intercepted in any way. I love water because it can... interpreted. Sorry. How am I reading my own writing wrong? Okay, sorry. This can be interpreted in any way. I love water because it can make me love me. We love the ocean because we love each other. The ocean connects us. I meant connects, I guess. The ocean connects us because we connect with each other. We love the earth because... Wait, I kind of wrote uneven. Oh, okay. We love the earth because we love each other. Okay. So, the ocean connects us because we connect with each other. We love the earth because we love each other. So, love each other. Because if we love each other, we love each other. Animals are signs of love. The eye is the key to the soul. the food is the food for thought. And maybe spiraling is bad, but can be good. Whatever to interpretation was, I thought, or you thought, sorry, whatever to interpretation was, I thought, or you thought, because whatever you needed to learn, you thought. Love is most important. TikTok. Is it really so bad? Like, is it really like? Do I really need to be hospitalized for that? No. But they just wanted to grab me. You know, I'm just too grabbable. I'm just too cute. You know, I just they wanted me. You know, I can't help it. Anyways, Noel's note. So Noel wrote things in here to help me calm down, I guess, because he was really worried about me. So yeah, that's why. Okay, Noel's note. Life is a journey. Don't rush to the destination. Be calm, take a breath, and do things one step at a time. Okay. So that's that page. And now let me read this page. Okay. Okay. No, this one's going a little crazy. You know, I'm gonna try to get through it, and then I'll just try to like tell you guys what I think I meant after, because I kind of like skimmed through this book and I didn't fully know everything I meant about some of it when I skimmed through. But let's see if I know now. Let's see. I mean, it's like I knew, but it's like there was like typos. Like even right here where I was like, whatever to interpretation was what I thought, or you thought, because whatever you needed to learn, you thought. So basically, it might not be wrote right. It might not be written perfectly, but still at the end of the day, like I meant what I said, and I said what I said, and I meant it. But it's like I could have said it clear and better and with better grammar, definitely. But I was just like, I was just writing. I mean, look at this writing. I was just going for it. But anyways, women, because women. Of course, that makes a lot of sense. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, women, because women, we get and understand each other, or man and man, because arrow connection. Women, too much because here too much, so up arrow, be sweet and scared and childlike. I am scared because secret sacred. I need to stop. I can't not do not. Sorry, I'm like kind of skipping. I don't know how I meant to write it because women is in the middle, like really big, and then like I'm Finn and boundaries with two U's. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, okay. Women, because women do what we can. We get and understand because love is love, each other, or man and man. So love that man, or woman. I think that's what it was supposed to be. I don't know, because connection, or connection. Too much because sorry we think here too much. So up, be sweet and sacred, and be sweet and scared and childlike. I'm scared because secret sacred. I need to stop. I'm Finn and boundaries. Maybe I meant I'm fine. Oh, I think maybe I meant I'm fine. I don't know. Anyways, I'm fine and boundaries maybe. I don't know. I cannot do not trust because I trust kid. 2. The one. Make sure we are all connected, one way or another. I do not trust another, so trust wife because wife can be woman. Okay. I feel like I was uplifting women, uplifting gayness, uplifting our connection. And I was saying that your wife can be a woman, so trust her, you know. So yeah, basically. Okay, anyways, moving on. Next page. Okay. Okay, so this one's like my own conspiracy theory. I think I should skip this one because I can come back to this one. I want to go to the government ones that I can see. Okay, this one's more about, this one's like kind of, this next one is kind of like, it's something, I feel. Okay. Women know all, men see all. Sometimes it is hard to connect because they are receiving information at different rates. All of the information is connected. So basically, I feel like women really just know all. Like, we just know everything. So, like, it's also in our intuition. So I feel like when we just know things, right? But I feel like with men, they see all. And it's because, like, men are not going to hide it from each other as much, like, they'll feel more comfortable to show each other, like, their bad side or whatever. And I don't know, I just feel like, you know, but women, we know it all in our intuition. And sometimes it is hard to connect because they are receiving information at different rates, but all of the information is connected. Because at the end of the day, men are seeing it all, so they know it's happening, and women are knowing it all, so they know it's happening. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, moving on. Next one. Women are Mother Earth. Men are God. We are all connected. Love wins. It doesn't matter what gender we are because when we die, we are just a soul. Skin color, disabilities, religion, none of it matters. People should not discriminate. Stop evil people. You are your friends. There must be a balance. I agree with it all. Still to this day. So, well, no. I think that, I think the whole women are Mother Earth and men are God. I think that I won't stand by that just because I think person by person, they might want to claim whatever they might want to claim. So maybe some men feel like they're more connected with Mother Earth, and maybe some women feel like they're more connected with, okay, I am God. So, or whatever you feel. Like, if you feel like I am the stars, whatever you feel like, I can't tell you that. So that's why I won't stand by that. But everything else is pretty much like, oh, we're all connected, love, 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 So yeah. Anyways, moving on. Okay, so this one. Let's go. Okay. Children, disabled people, women, and victims can be the most pure people on earth. And animals and plants protect. Sorry. And animals and plants. And animals and plants. Protect those who you can. We are all souls here for a reason. I believe we will reincarnate and have reincarnated. When I was a child, my family told me I act like I've been here before. The grandma is the baby. Okay, moving on. Okay. So this one's, I kind of go on into about that more. There are many hints the grandma is the baby, but how about we come back to it another day so we can move on, so I can try to see if there's some of my other predictions in here that I had. Okay. Money and power are the root of all evil. Everyone should share and be kind to their community and each other. So I feel like I wrote this one like last year, later in the year. But the thing is like, the beginning of the year, January of 2025, that is when I first had my like psych ward thing. But I think I wrote this stuff later in the year. Okay, I guess it's not written down. It's not written. That's it. That's the last thing I wrote. Okay, I'm just gonna have to tell you straight up. You're gonna have to believe me. It's not in the book. I mean, you can see with all the type of stuff I was writing. And remind you, I told you my husband gave me this because I was yapping too much, right? So let me go into that, okay? So, basically, one of the things I was saying was like, when I was like freaking out and stuff, is I was saying like, oh, I feel like the government is eating people. Oh, I feel like I just don't trust the government. Like I was just I was literally saying stuff like that. So, yeah, that's that. Anyways, going back to what we were already looking at.
I'll take my head off, okay?
Okay. So, going back to what we were already looking at here. Okay. So, basically, sorry, and I went through all of this basically to get the government stuff, but yeah, it's not mentioned in here, you know. Sorry. But like I said, I thought they were like eating people. I thought they were harming people. I didn't trust them, you know. Like, I just didn't, and I was valid. But anyways, now going into the comments of this video, it got me thinking more things, right? And I just want to share one of these screenshots I've seen. So, and I'll just read some of the comments too for you guys. Wow, why doesn't this surprise me? There is a reason why the children of Satan would want our DNA. I wonder what that reason would be. Right, as they downplay us in the files, but they know the real history. I don't know. Right, as they downplay us in the files, but they know the real history. Yeah, that's true. That's so true. Okay. Okay, you guys can pause to read that one if you want. It's someone's conspiracy. I'm gonna go through a little bit faster, some quicker ones. I am not surprised at, well, I'll read a little bit in case anyone's just listening to the video, I guess. Okay. Because the secret is out. The whole world know that Israel and America are in cahoots. They lied to the whole world about Black Americans are the original indigenous cosmic children of both God and Queen Mother Wisdom. Massa turned the whole world upside down trying to hide Black Americans' truth. Israel got America by the black balls. Shh. Now the whole world got God's blood on their hand. Massa told Russia, Japan, Africa, China, etc., that Black Americans were just some dumb homeless darkies. Come over, feast. Open buffet. Fill your bellies and your bank accounts. Yeah, we changed maps, landmarks, mountains, and monuments. They names changed 10 times. Oceans, countries, total destruction. Oops, redestruction. Okay, so that's someone's theory that Black people are the original indigenous cosmic children of God and Queen Mother Wisdom. So that's pretty much their theory. Okay, moving on to some other comments. I'm not surprised at all to hear any of this, actually. They don't believe in God. They just want to play God. It's sick. So, yeah, that's crazy. Okay, where you been, girl? Welcome back. Okay, let me just skip on ahead into someone's. Okay, this one seems interesting, right? Facts. 75 years ago, and you know it didn't stop. This same organization is still in operation in New York. All aboard the Oprah. Oh, sorry. Oprah. All aboard the Orphan Train. Orphan Train runs between 1854 and 1929, taking over 250,000 children of all ages to new homes. They found families across the 48 contiguous states and Canada. During the 75 years of trains operated, more than 30 orphanages participated in the movement. Why were orphan trains needed? From 1850 to 1890, over 8 million new immigrants entered New York City. During that time period, the population of New York grew from 500,000 to 3.5 million. The city was unprepared for this growth, and many families were left to live in poverty. Children were particularly vulnerable. In 1854, officials estimated that 10,000 to 30,000 children were living on the streets of New York City. Wow. So, dang. So basically, orphan trains were needed because of like immigration. Well, 8 million new immigrants entered New York. So, yeah, it's crazy. Okay. Yeah. Now, this, I'm just gonna get to the comment that just really got me for hours, okay? This one. It is truly everything, and everything is connected. I'm gonna zoom this in for you guys too. Okay. We're just gonna go full big as we can. Okay. Why not? Because this is more important than anything that I have on the screen right now. If you are a conspiracy theorist and you want to kind of go deeper, here you go. So it's actually funny. It's actually funny how it was like, how it's posted, or yeah, it's funny how it's posted. Like, it's like it says Great Awakening, but then they also made it into a meme. So the Great Awakening map. And then it shows this guy in the background, which if you have been, seeing the Epstein stuff, you've been seeing the Epstein files, you've been seeing how people are like, oh my God, like I'm going down the rabbit hole, like, oh my God, like give me my tinfoil hat. I don't know if you've been seeing these memes. Yeah. If you're all in the Epstein file stuff, yeah. This, right? So they posted it with this guy. But anyways, the Great Awakening map. And it says, we are here. See that little red dot? It's the size of my pinky compared to the phone. Well, smaller than my pinky, actually. So it's not even the size of my pinky. Let me zoom in a little bit to the actual. Okay. Oh, now it's too big. You know what? We'll leave it like this. We're gonna cut out the meme and just leave the seriousness, okay, guys? We have to be serious. We have to lock the fuck in, okay? This is serious. Okay. Okay. Literally, my pinky is bigger than the amount that we know, right? Bigger. Okay? That's that. Now we're gonna zoom in so you can see what we're at. So right here it says Epstein files. And we're all scared about the Epstein files, right? With this little meme, right? Oh, sorry. We're all scared about the Epstein files, but we're right there in that little tiny red, that's all we know. This is all there is to know. This is all the stuff. This is the Great Awakening map, right? So it would take forever to go through everything, and I didn't even go through everything with my husband when we saw this. We just went through some things. But I think I want to do a separate video where I go through all of this stuff. But the first thing I'll do is, for now, I can just start like near the Epstein files, but like a little bit out of it, and or I can even go deeper with the video that she just told us, stuff like that, like, and then we can expand. But basically it's all connected, right? So that's what this graph is showing us, all these varying lines, connected to each other. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, Pizzagate is actually right outside of it. If you see Epstein files, Pizzagate is actually right outside of it. So we will look into that right now. And right here it says escape the matrix. So yeah, it's crazy. Okay, this is a lot of information, guys. Like, seriously. That's why I'm only gonna go a little, like, just dip into like what's already near the Epstein files, and then trust me, guys, we will be going deeper. And like, out of all the things I did look up with my husband, it's not like it's easy to just find exactly what you're looking for. So I might have to, like, it's probably gonna take time for us to like really go deep into what we need. Okay, hold on. Okay, so here we are at the Epstein files, right? Okay, here we are at the Epstein files, right? It's basically saying, so basically, we all remember Pizzagate. We didn't really think it was like a possibility, right? We didn't really think, or not a possibility, we didn't really think deeper into that when that all happened, right? Okay. Okay, so basically, whenever it all came out about Pizzagate, it kind of was just passing. It's like, okay, it's a conspiracy theory. That's just it. It's scary, but it's a conspiracy theory. It's just a theory. Whatever, right? Now, with all the pizza being mentioned in the files, I feel like that's where we should go right now. So, and it's like right above it too. So, if you look, it's like right there. So, that's what we're gonna do. Okay. 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 It's low-key getting hot in here. Hold on. Okay. Okay, anyway, so we're gonna look up Pizzagate and we're just gonna click on whatever comes up, okay? Okay. No results found is absolutely fucking insane. That is fucking insane. Bruh, you've gotta be joking me right now. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. This is actually insane. Okay. Okay, something did come up on YouTube. So it was just, it's not on TikTok. Let's go ahead and watch this.
Imagine
So
being
now that
able
we
to
know that
build
this is like
anything
not just a
just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made.
deeper into the rabbit hole.
Pizzagate didn't become a conspiracy because of vague suspicion. It became one because the details were oddly. Everything
Oh.
began with the 2016 email leak, where certain messages referenced pizza, pasta, cheese, and hot dogs in ways that didn't fit normal conversation. For example, one email asked if Obama could.
That was because of them already. So that's why that stuff even got leaked in the first place, because their own emails got leaked. That's insane. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Okay.
$5,000 worth of hot dogs into the White House. Another mentioned a pizza-related map on a handkerchief with strange stains. These lines aren't criminal by themselves. They're just extremely unusual, and nobody involved ever explained what they meant. People followed the references to Comet Ping Pong, the DC pizza shop mentioned repeatedly. On its own, a restaurant being named in emails doesn't mean much, but the environment around it raised questions. The owner, James Alefantis, wasn't just a chef. He was ranked by GQ as one of the top 50 most powerful people in Washington. Strange for someone running a neighborhood pizza place. Then came the art. Not weird in a generic sense, specifically disturbing. Alefantis posted images from artists like Marina Abramovich, known for spirit cooking performances involving fake blood, knives, and occult themes. Others in his circle were connected to artists who depicted children in disturbing positions, taped to tables, lying in shallow water, or arranged like mannequins. These weren't innocent family photos. Many looked like staged scenes of restraint, and these images were posted publicly, with jokes in the captions that didn't help their case. Inside Comet Ping Pong, murals showed humanoid figures with exaggerated limbs.
So basically stuff about those files was already like leaked. Ooh. And we're just now putting all those pieces together because that's where this had to have came from.
Trapped in maze-like rooms. Again, not criminal, just strange decor for a children-friendly restaurant hosting kids' parties. Even stranger, the venue frequently booked bands with openly sexual or occult imagery. One musician performing there used lyrics referencing babies and violence, while another used stage props shaped like restraint devices. When people pointed this out, the internet was told it was just edgy art. The symbols didn't help either. Posters, menus, and nearby businesses displayed spiral and triangle patterns that matched shapes listed in old FBI files about trafficking symbols. Maybe a coincidence, but when several coincidences stack up in the same place, people start asking questions. Then there was the basement. Alefantis said the restaurant had none, but old interviews, photos, and job listings referenced work in the basement. A nearby business using the same building also posted videos from underground storage rooms. Either the story changed or someone was careless. Both explanations raised eyebrows. When a man arrived with a rifle to investigate, the official report said he found nothing, but no detailed. No official floor plan, and no footage were ever released. The incident was treated less like a crime and more like a convenient way to shut the conversation down. Around the same time, major works were exposed, unrelated to Comet Ping Pong, but proving such systems can operate right under the public's nose. And yet the emails at the center of Pizzagate never clarified, not once. People don't cling to Pizzagate because they want to believe something dark. They cling to it because every debunking left more questions than answers.
So, essentially, this whole, like, okay, that. Okay, essentially, this whole Pizzagate thing, it sounds like it was pretty much the Epstein files were like, accidentally released, or like a part of it was released, or some other elite person, or, you know, they're not elite, you know, elite person, they're not fucking elite, they're doing this, they're eating kids, they're not elite, okay, but some other rich weirdo might have accidentally released the messages, and then that's how the whole Pizzagate started. But it had like the truth behind it because, you know, it's all connected. So that release, honestly, that release seems like it was pretty much related to the Epstein files, but it is different because it's like a whole different thing. So honestly, my theory with that restaurant, since there's like a whole, like, oh, we don't have a basement, no, we don't have a basement, since that's a whole thing, I low-key think that they were also cooking humans in their pizza, allegedly, and it was happening in the basement, and I think that that's why they lied about not having a basement. So that's my whole theory with that. So yeah, that's that. That's the end of me doing my whole deep dive into the Epstein files. I am done now. I do want to, like I said, I do want to go deeper into that screenshot I showed you guys. Well, I didn't show you guys the screenshot. Well, yeah, it is a screenshot. It's her screenshot. But I also took my own screenshot of it as well. So I can go through it at another point, because it was just a lot of words. I wanted to just have it so I can go through it all and do a little bit of looking them up, because I'm really interested in conspiracy theories. I mean, I think that there's definitely some truth to some of these conspiracy theories, and definitely watch yourself. Like, I believe that the government has powers in place that we don't know about, and things in place that we don't know about. So I think that it's just best to be careful with the government. Like, it is good to be careful as possible, because it's good to be cautious, it's good to be smart, it's good to know your shit. Like, if you haven't read or watched 1984, I suggest at least maybe a video essay that you watch on it or something. I mean, it's good to know your rights, it's good to know it all. It's good. Even though ICE is doing really bad things to our rights, it's good to know our rights, so that if they do violate them, you know them, which it feels kind of it feels like pointless, because literally they have federal immunity. I don't even know what the fuck to say or think anymore right now. I don't know what to say or think anymore right now. I feel like we are in a very bad spot as Americans, but I think that things can go up. You know, they can get better. I think the trajectory can change. Like, even though it's been down, so bad, and down, maybe it can go way up to like heights we haven't even seen before in any of our recent generations. Maybe we can get back to when life was beautiful. Yeah. Seriously. Capitalism is just so bad. Like, we have to get rid of it. Like, seriously. That will be a step in the right direction. But there's a bill. It's not that hard. I don't want to overcomplicate it. But there's like 1,000 things we need to do. So yeah, I can make a whole video on that, or at least 100 things we need to do to make things better immediately. But yeah, I hope that everyone has a great day. Hopefully everyone has a great life. Yeah, I will go ahead and read you guys a positivity card, because that was like some heavy deep shit. I mean, I kind of liked when I was reading through my pink little book personally, because it's moi and I was accurate. I was accurate. I ate no crumbs, you know. I ate that up, you know. I ate that up. Okay, but anyways, I'm gonna read one of these positivity cards for you to walk away with and have a great day. Okay? Be the reason for someone's smile today. So this one is kind of putting it on you. Like, make sure someone else smiles. It's not about you. Well, it is about you, but I mean, honestly, if you're the person you make smile today, then period, it could be about you. If you're really down and you don't have it in you to help someone else, don't worry. Help yourself, baby. Okay? But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna be getting off. Hopefully everyone has a great day. Hopefully everyone has a fantastic, fantabulous, amazing day. Thank you so much for watching, if you've watched me in the past, present, or future. And yeah, hopefully everyone has a great day. Goodbye.